not just one bad apple. The whole damn tree is rotten.
Yep, heard that one before. What? I thought that the video of black people talking to their kids was bad.
Well, basically, sweetie, they're just going to come to your house and murder you.
But have you seen this one yet? This is by another BuzzFeedy SJW company called Fusion on Facebook. Fusion has 1.6 million followers. This video has 946,000 views right now. Alright, how to abolish the police. This is awesome. Hello, 911, I'm being murdered.
Sorry, we can't help you. We actually abolished the police.
The abolitionist movement it's about transformative justice, non-prison, non-police-based strategies for dealing with violence and crisis in our communities.
Non-police-based strategies for dealing with violence in your community. Please, young lady, tell me how non-police are going to deal with the San Bernardinos or the Orlandos. Any number of active shooter situations. Wait, not even active shooter situations. Just shopliftings. Tell me how non-police strategies are going to work.
Who hasn't had a bad day? Who hasn't felt anxious or depressed? The question is, should anybody deserve to die because of it?
Alright, so that's why police shoot people? Because people are anxious, depressed, having a bad day? I remember when I was a police officer and I shot someone, I saw him walking down the side of the road, I said, that motherfucker looks anxious, I better shoot him. You don't just have a bad day and rape somebody or have a bad day and take someone hostage.
The police's sole responsibility is to manufacture criminals.
What just came out of your face?
The police's sole responsibility is to manufacture criminals.
The police's sole responsibility is to manufacture criminals. So the police force people to shoot other people. The police force husbands to beat their wives. The police force a dude to rape someone. The police force people to tear apart their neighborhoods by selling crack in them. The police call up a bunch of dope boys every night and they're like, hey, you gotta do this drive-by. We need to put you in prison.
When you create space, you create a demand. That means that bodies have to fill those prisons. And we have seen that it's largely transgender people, it's black people, it is native people, it's Latinx people.
What the fuck is Latinx? It's largely those people. Okay, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, it's 58% white, 2% native, 37% black, and 1.5% Asian. So I don't know where you're getting your facts from, lady, but let's hear some more baloney.
When you have that demand, then you also have to create incentives. That trickles down to police, who also now have the incentive of creating criminals. It's not about justice anymore. It's about profit.
I've been hearing this a whole lot here recently, and it's policing for profit, right? It deserves a whole video, but I'm just going to tell you one thing about policing for profit. Even if jails, which I'm not sure, I've never even researched it, even if there are for-profit jails, right? Do you think me, Mr. Police Officer, who makes $30,000 a year, is driving around trying to put money in someone else's pocket? I was under the impression that police officers arrest people because they're criminals.
I think we start with the demilitarization of the police. Police don't need assault weapons to protect people.
The demilitarization of police is completely baloney. I made another video about that. As technology gets better, criminals get a hold of that technology. Criminals have long guns like AR-15s. Therefore, the police need to be one step ahead of them and carry long guns. Police need armored vehicles for their protection. We're not rolling around in tanks. I'm not responding to a call of a guy with a rifle with just my little .40 caliber pistol, nor is any other police officer. But I made a whole nother video on the demilitarization of police. Go ahead and watch that if you want to get deeper into it.
Second thing that we can do is really look at police budgets and create models and economies for that divestment from the institution of policing and the reinvestment in community models. That means taking money out of police budgets.
The divestment from police budgets. Police budgets in most places aren't enough as is. My old department couldn't afford tasers. There are some departments out there that can't even afford body armor for everyone. Also, hasn't everyone been crying about police reform recently? You know, part of reform is better training for officers. If you take their money away from them, how are you going to better train officers? It looks like whoever created this video wants untrained police officers to be running around on the streets who are poorly equipped. Oh shit, I take that back. They're talking about doing away with police altogether, so it doesn't matter.
And slowly phasing out police because we don't actually need them in our communities. They don't keep people safe. They don't keep people safe.
I'm gonna vomit. I'm going to throw up. We need to keep police out of our communities because they don't keep people safe. I'm not even going to argue this one because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
You know, when you're looking at it from the lens of race in this country, it's absolutely easier to manufacture criminals around that. When people's skin becomes weaponized, particularly black skin, a book becomes a gun, a cell phone becomes a gun, a bag of Skittles becomes a gun.
Let's address the Skittles. That's George Zimmerman's deal. You know, you guys realize he wasn't even a police officer, right? That had nothing to do with policing. You can't put a blanket opinion on every single police shooting. There's different training, different policies, different experiences, different everything, different suspect and officer rapport. There's different circumstances leading up to that shooting. Every single shooting is different. It's not police officers looking at black dudes and saying, well, shit, he's black. He probably needs to be shot. But keep on believing that. Keep believing you're a victim. Keep teaching your kids they're victims. It'll work out. It's the best thing for them, right?
Undocumented communities know that they can't call the police in the event that crisis happens. A lot of black communities know that too.
Black people don't call the police? Everyone calls the police.
We've seen people rise up with trainings around mental health crisis, intimate partner violence crisis. We've seen rapid response justice teams, and I think that's really what we need to be building.
Rapid response justice teams. If only there's some organized group of men and women of all races and religions that could rapidly respond and you know, just help people and bring justice with them. If only there was some kind of force to do that that's readily available.
Yes, hello, 911. I've been shot. Can I get some help?
Sir, we don't have police anymore. You're just going to have to call the Rapid Response Justice Team.
Well, okay, I've been shot. What are they going to do?
Well, most of the time they show up, they try to talk the gunman down. They'll give you a few hugs, okay? Sound good?
I'm going to need some chemotherapy after that video. You know what, better yet, I'm going to go give myself alcohol poisoning right now. I'm going to go, this video makes me want to go drink myself retarded, so I'll catch you guys later. Please have a good night.
Stop.